Reading. One of the most useless things. At least, that's what I thought. I used to believe reading was waste of time. In this fast-paced world, who has time to sit down and read a book, right? If I wanted to learn something, I could just watch a quick YouTube video. But then, something made me question my thinking. Why do the most successful people in the world, people running billion-dollar companies, still make time to read? What do they know that I don't? Why do they spend only a few minutes on social media, but hours with books? So I decided to give it a try. I told myself I read just one page a day, as a minimum. It's about 2 minutes. Everyone in the world can find 2 minutes to read. And that's when I realized something. I never started reading because I thought I don't have time for it. But in reality, I just don't want to create time for it. Let me explain. Because making time for something new means giving up something else. And let's be honest, we can't give up work, cooking, eating, or sleeping. But what about the things we don't actually need? For me, it was social media. I spent hours scrolling without even realizing. But once I started reading, even just a little bit, I noticed something surprising. I was spending less on social media every day and a little bit more with reading. Reading didn't take away from my life, it added to it. At first, I thought it would just be a small habit shift, but I quickly realized it was much bigger than that. It wasn't just about reading, it was about breaking a bad habit and replacing it with a better one. And that's the real lesson here. When we say, I don't have time, we are often lying to ourselves or someone else. What we really mean by this phrase is far from reality. It's just our excuse to feel better when we don't do some good habits. For me, it was mindless scrolling. For you, it might be something else, watching TV series, porn, or going to parties. But here's what I learned. Reading isn't just about books. It's about self-improvement. It's about being intentional with your time. So, if you're like me, and you think you hate reading, or telling yourself you don't have time, just try it. 1 page, 2 minutes, you might be surprised what happens. So, what I learned since I started reading, even just a little bit, how I said, I spend less time on social media. I didn't completely quit YouTube, Facebook and Instagram, let's be real. But I definitely spend way less time scrolling mindlessly. Second, my sleep habits are improving. I used to fall asleep with a movie or series playing every night. Now I try to end the day with a book instead. Some nights I still go to the bed with my laptop and watch YouTube. But the difference now, I actually turn it off and switch to reading. Not perfect, but better. And honestly, that's a progress. Number 3, books help me learn better than videos. I used to believe I could learn everything from YouTube. And yes, there's a ton of valuable content online. But here's the problem. First, I never really studied those videos. I watched hundreds, maybe thousands videos about starting a business, building habits, or improving my life. But I'd treat it more like motivation than actual learning. I never slowed down to think, how do I actually apply this to my life? Books, on the other hand, give you that time. There's no rush, you can pause, think, reflect. And other things, after one helpful video, there's always another suggestion. You keep watching, hoping to find just a bit more information, and eventually your brain is tired. So you give up and watch random content to relax. With books, that doesn't happen. When you're tired of reading, you just close the book. No autoplay, no distraction. So, reading didn't magically change my life overnight, but it did improve it. If you think reading is waste of time, I get it. I used to think the same. But maybe just try 1 page. You might be surprised what it unlocks.